Okay, I've got a new camera this week, so we'll see how long I last with it before I freak out. But anyway, this is the peanut pumpkin that got wrenched out of the ground by a squirrel a few weeks back. It never grew that much since I put it back in. I'm going to leave it there, give it a chance, and leave it protected from the other pumpkins. Maybe it will eventually grow, but this is the other one. You see the difference in size there. Kind of dramatic. And this is the pumpkin that was so sick, or it looked sick, but it wasn't really. I think it is actually a what is that, red warty thing? I think that's a red warty thing too. It's looking better. I mean, looking good anyway. The only suspicious thing is that flower down there, but that wouldn't be typical of powdery mildew. So I'm going to leave it growing for the time being. Both these plants, well, all of them in fact, these are regular vine pumpkins, and they all look like bush pumpkins right now. And all the short vine or bush pumpkin, well actually those are short vine pumpkins, not bush pumpkins, like this one, which I think, I'm not sure is I'm gonna have to follow that to its base, but I think it's Aspen. They're all huge, and they're all got these long vines on them. As a matter of fact, the vines are so long that I'm having to train them. I'm taking earth staples and directing them where I want to go. Anyone who's grown pumpkins know that pumpkins can be really, it's kind of like getting a cat off the kitchen counter when you have a tuna can open. They just keep wanting to go where they want to go. Like this pumpkin here has been redirected about 3 times and still trying to go towards the cucumbers. So I'll just keep working on it. As you know, we had a drought here. Yesterday it rained twice. One in the morning dumped about 1/3 of an inch of rain, and then went on to the next state and became this, I think it's pronounced derecho, and tore through the eastern third of the U.S., at least the northern part of that, and caused quite a bit of damage. And then later at night we had another rainstorm, about another 1/3 of an inch, if that much. So we've had some rain finally, and the garden picked up right away. Of course, so did the weeds. Here are some cucumbers here. These are the sweet sliced cucumbers. Doing very, very well now. I hope they'll be crawling by the end of next week. And hopefully one of these days we will have some cucumbers, maybe in about 2-3 weeks. But anyway, I realized during the last week that a lot of people have never heard of short vine pumpkins or bush pumpkins. The only true bush pumpkin I have ever grown was bush spirit, and I would actually recommend that one for container, because it does stay in a bush form. And if you're wondering what a bush form is, I'll show you here. Even though that is not a bush pumpkin at all, that's the way it's growing right now. So that is, like I said, a red warty thing. No, is that red warty thing? Yeah, that's red warty thing, and the peanut pumpkin is over there. The rest of these in the back here with the huge leaves, those are all short vine. And a short vine pumpkin, the vine generally won't grow beyond 5 to 10 feet. Normally a pumpkin vine can grow up to 30 feet, maybe even longer than that. These just don't do that. So they're fine for a small garden, and you can direct them if they start growing out of control like this one did. And you also can cut the ends off if they've already set fruit and you don't want any more growth. Just chop the ends off. It won't kill the plant. So some other nice stuff going on. Our corn is getting almost as high as the fence now. supposed to be 8 feet tall, but nothing ever gets that tall in this garden. So, I think the 6 feet will be good. About 4 feet right now. And there's our beans. Maybe in the next week we'll start getting flowers. And here are the cantaloupes over here, climbing around as they should, getting into stuff. So maybe they'll actually produce a cantaloupe. And this was interesting here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Let's see if I can find the zoom button. That would be fun. Are we zooming? Are we zooming? Come on. No, we're going away. Let's try the other way. Well, aha. Does that look like a green pepper to you? Doesn't to me. So we're going to watch that thing and see what happens. I hope it's not a hot pepper. These are supposed to be giant Marconi green peppers, and maybe they just look funny when they're young. But gosh, it doesn't look like a green pepper I've seen. So, okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Come on, zoom out. And now it keeps going the way I don't want it to go. Ah! Well, maybe if I go like this. No, that that gives you nose hair view there. Okay. Well, alright guys, I think we are stuck at this point on a close-up. So I will close the video here, and I will see you next week.